All right, welcome to Man Cave Monday, the show about manly things and anything on that topic. My name is Joey Ross, and this is
Dylan Edmonds, and we're going to be talking about really anything that has to do with being a man, I guess.
Anything that has to do with being a man, and I'm pretty sure we're experts on being men because we've had a dick all of our lives.
I'm pretty sure for the past 21 years, I have, in fact, had a dick. So,
and that's shocking. And it doesn't matter how big or small it is because every man is just based on having a dick.
Yeah, it's a shocking statistic, but if you have a dick, you're actually a man.
Yeah, and if you have a vagina, you're also a woman.
It's kind of crazy how that works.
Yeah, so regardless of what popular society says these days, if you have a dick, you are entitled to watch this podcast. And I think we are just the guys to just teach you everything there is about being a man.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm an expert. So, and I know my friend Joey here is also an expert. So,
absolutely,
we're gonna go ahead and get this rolling.
Right, let's get it. So, I want to bring up the first topic that I think is an interesting concept, highly debated, highly controversial. Do men need GPS to survive? Do we even need GPS?
So the thing is, if you're thinking about this in like a manly aspect, I guess.
Yeah, like what if you're driving to Ohio or wherever the fuck you're going?
Wherever the fuck you want to go.
And you're like, hold on, babe. Let me type in my GPS. I don't know how to get there. Men always know where to go.
And you can't say you're wrong. You can't be like, oh, I don't know where the fuck to go. But you also don't want to read a map.
Exactly. And maps are a little dated, and then she thinks you're a boomer.
Yeah, then she thinks you're a boomer. You don't want to. So here's the thing, right? Okay, if I'm in the car with my bitch, I am not going to use my GPS. I don't care if I get fucking lost. But if I'm by myself, you already know I'm whipping the bitch out.
So let me throw a curveball at you here. What if you're on a time sensitive mission? What if you're going to the movies and this movie starts at 7:40 p.m. and you don't want to be like, all right, babe, let's leave at 7 o'clock to go to the movies. That's 10 minutes away. She's gonna be like, oh, why are we going so early? You don't want to tell her you don't know how the fuck to get there.
Yeah.
You just want to tell her you want to take a scenic route. Is that a total like Chad move, or is that like what is that?
So. That is a curve. So here's the thing, right?
Because what if you need to be somewhere on time?
So it's funny because I do this a lot. Like with some of the girls in the past, that's why you pick them up. That's why they say pick me up at 8. Because if the shit starts at 9, you need an hour to fucking figure out where the fuck you're going because you don't know where you're gonna go. So I need that allotted amount of time to be able to get to where I need to be. Because obviously I'm not gonna just have my GPS. You want to be able to converse, talk, especially if it's a first date. But then, you're dating this girl for a while. Then she thinks you're lying, Well, what if... Okay, hold on a second. What if, what if you're driving and then you're listening to music and then please turn left? Like, that's pretty embarrassing. She's like, oh, you don't know your way around town? Not only that, but then you guys are vibing to music and then you hear... Please turn left, and you're fucking pissed. You're
really takes the mood out.
Yeah, you're literally like, Siri, shut the fuck up, and But that's also kind of like, it's kind of like the funny thing to do. You know what I mean? Like, that's kind of like something that you guys could later on be like, oh, you remember?
Oh yeah, it could be like a cute first date like moment.
That's what I'm saying.
It could work in your favor. She can be like, because every guy she dates probably knows the way around town. Where she's like, you know what makes Joey and Dylan different? Or hopefully she's not dating both of us at the same fucking time, fucking hoe. But she's like, you know what makes Edmonds different is the fact that he actually doesn't know what the fuck is going on. Like, that actually might be the scenario to really set yourself apart from the other men.
What's quite crazy about that is all girls say that about me. So, it just works out nicely. He never knows what the fuck is going on. But that's what makes me special in that. I say like a little secret ingredient in the sauce. The
little cherry on top.
Yeah, you're right.
So I will admit there was one time I was going on a date, and this is when I started driving kind of late. I started driving when I got my license at 19 years old, and I was going on like a date after a while because I had just got out of the army at that point, and this girl told me to pick her up at 7, and I literally drove to this location at 6 o'clock to make sure that I knew how to get there when 7 arrived. So I got there at 6:25, go, oh shit, now I know my way back, drove back home, waited at my house for 7 minutes, drove back to her house. She said, do you have any trouble finding this place? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Because then you look reliable. You're going
the extra mile for that one. But so do you ever tell her? Like, would you have ever told her, hey, this is what happened? Or you just act like it never happened?
It just depends on how long they decide to stay with me. Because if they break up with me, like, quickly, there's no need to even explain the situation to them. Because they're not in your life that long. So why would you give them more fuel to the fire to break up with you?
That's true.
Exactly. Men hide every bad aspect of their life for the first 6 months of a relationship. And if you make it that far, it's a whole new fucking trial. It's a whole new, like, milestone in your relationship, because then they actually start seeing, like, oh, he doesn't, pull the seat up when he pisses. He jacks off every fucking night.
They know you're a fucking man. Now, here's
his dick stinks after the gym. So they know when to start having sex with you. It's like, truthfully, that's why most relationships last a year, because they get to know 2 whole yous.
Two whole use.
Yeah, because they get
so
to
they
know,
know they know
they get to know the politically correct, I'm a gentleman type, and then they know I'm a selfish lover, like I don't want to fuck you and I'm tired type deal.
Now, which do they like better? Because I think it's debatable. Now, of course, every girl likes getting treated nicely. Well, maybe not every girl. Not true. Maybe not every girl.
I'm gonna call falsehood on that one. I actually. When I was in my youth, in my early adolescence, there was a girl who I treated much too respectfully, and she basically cheated on me and called me a pussy because I cared about how she slept that night.
Well, maybe you shouldn't have been a pussy.
Well, maybe I shouldn't have asked how she slept that night.
I think maybe not.
That was the turning point in the relationship.
Yeah, never ask how they slept.
Never tell them to not let the bed bugs bite. Like, God forbid you try to, warn them on night terrors and shit like that, but...
So if you guys are listening to this, never ask your bitch how she slept at night, because she will, in fact, cheat on you and break up with you, so... That
is an absolute fact, and I actually say this from a statistical experience. 100% of the times I've asked a girl how she slept, she cheated on me the next night. So obviously she's sleeping pretty good when you're not around.
She's sleeping good, just not with us.
Yeah, it was a sad time in our lives. But
so to run back on your story, you were telling a story about a time you went on a date, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now I've got a really funny story, just popped into my head.
All right.
So I dated this girl, and we were dating for. We did it for 6 months or something, but it was our very first date we had ever met, right? So we had been.
Wait, you were dating for 6 months? You never met?
No. So let me clarify. We dated for 6 months, but we. Okay, hold on.
Wait, it sounds very similar to you dated. It's like an online relationship, and then you met for the first time?
Yes.
Okay.
So
those never work. By the way. Never.
But here's the funny part. So we finally meet, right? Now, I wouldn't say maybe we weren't dating those 6 months. Technical terms, we don't really give a fuck. Whatever. Anyway, the main point of the story is we go on this first date, and I'm going on this date with her, and I have no idea where she lives.
Okay.
So she sends me her address.
Is this the whole GPS type? Does that tie back into it?
It kind of ties back into it, right?
All right. She sends you her address.
So we go on this address, or she gives me this address. So I drive. Obviously, I'm using.
She lured you into someone robbing you.
No.
Okay.
That could be interesting, though.
That actually happened with my friends.
No. So I get to her house. Whatever. Cool. Pick her up. Meet her family. Blah blah blah.
You meet her family before the first date? Oh no, because you guys been dating.
Technically,
for 6 months.
It was the first date.
Oh, okay. So that's high pressure.
Yeah, it was pretty interesting. Anyway, we meet the fam. We dip the fuck out. We got a movie to get to.
Okay.
So we go, and I'm pretty familiar with that area of how to get to the movies. So I already got to the movies. Whatever. We go see the movie. Good movie.
I mean, you're already winning at that point.
Yeah,
that's check one.
Yeah, it was good.
Arriving to the destination.
We got there.
Because most girls after the first date, they think you're going to kill them. Or before the first date.
You're right.
So once you arrive to the destination, once you're in a public setting, they can let their fucking guard down.
It's funny you say that because she didn't allow me a first kiss on that date.
Oh, really?
On the first date.
Maybe you just weren't smooth enough.
Maybe I wasn't.
If I'm not grabbing your ass by the middle of the movie,
something's wrong.
Something's wrong.
There's
Something is
something
going.
wrong.
If my hand isn't just like, if I don't have like a white knuckle grip around that shit, like something's happening that she is not liking, and I need to sleuth around and find out what's not to like.
Sleuth around.
I need to do some detective work.
So back to the story. So we go to this movie. Great movie, by the way. Don't remember what it was because I fell asleep halfway through.
Okay.
But good movie nonetheless.
Total. That's a good move, and that here. You finish your story, and I'll tell you why that's a good move.
So we're headed back from this movie, and I'm taking her back home. But she goes, well, I heard there's this haunted house just a city over.
A haunted house?
Haunted house.
Was it in October?
It actually was. Okay. It was October 1st. I remember it vividly.
So she was in the Halloween spirit.
Actually, I lied. It was October 6th because it was her birthday. It was the first day.
You actually remember her birthday?
Yeah.
Dude, I dated my ex for like 2 years, and I don't even remember her birthday.
Really?
I don't remember her phone number, her birthday. I don't even remember what she looks like.
I have a vivid memory of all birthdays, though. I can remember everybody's
What's
birthday.
my birthday?
So anyway, back to
I know I've told you multiple times.
July 26th.
No, that was close, though.
Yeah, 24th.
No.
23rd.
No. Cole.
Second? 24th.
You just said the 24th. It's July 29th.
Yeah, that's what I said, so.
Yeah, but you have a very distinctive memory. Go on.
Yeah, anyway, so my distinctive memory. Anyway, so we're going to this haunted house, and I remember because I had never been to a haunted house before.
Okay.
So, but that's another
Is
story.
this like a haunted house, like it's like ghosts and shit, or is this like I'm pretending this is a haunted house?
This is a pretend, like setup, pre-set
so
up.
Early into October?
They do it all October.
That's kind of lame.
It's just like the 31 Days of October, they used to do on, what was that, ABC Family or something? You remember that?
Who the fuck does that?
You remember that?
No. I remember watching like Twitches from Disney Channel.
Twitches.
It's like twins. Witches. Go Twitches.
Twitches.
You remember that with the two twins that were, they're light skinned?
I remember. Oh, yeah.
Tia and
Tamara, yeah.
Yeah. That was my shit, by the way. And Halloween Town.
Halloween Town was good. There was a lot of good those Disney movies, but they had the 31 Days of Halloween on ABC Family, and they might do something like maybe it wasn't ABC Family because it wasn't all family movies, but they might have done like Charlie Brown and the Big Pumpkin or whatever the fuck it's called. They did those, but they also did like horror movies and stuff like that.
Okay.
But anyway, so I don't think it was weird
mixture.
that they did the haunted house so early into Halloween.
Okay.
But anyway.
So she asked you to drive a whole town over to go to a haunted house?
Yeah.
Wow.
So, and it was her birthday, so I was like, fuck it.
Whatever. Okay.
I guess I gotta do it.
This girl's kind of like, what is it? What's that? Greedy, I would say?
Greedy.
Like she's very expecting. I mean, a whole town?
But here's the thing.
I would have been like, you got gas money?
You gotta do what you gotta do to get
exactly.
You gotta do what you gotta do to get some pussy.
When you get the
by
first
end
night, you would do anything for the first night. You start leaving them chocolates on their pillowcase. I mean, literally anything.
So you know how I went back to earlier, I said we didn't kiss on the first date?
Okay.
That doesn't... we'll get back into... That doesn't mean that more didn't happen later the night. That was just
did you
after
skip
the movie.
like first base and like move to like shortstop?
I hit a 3... I hit a triple on that day, so...
That doesn't even make it... Wait, you didn't kiss on the first date, but she
the
blew
first
you.
date.
Do you count the haunted house as a second date?
Second date, because it's
make
2
any
dates
sense.
in one day. Well, it's 2 different events.
That's
two
just
different
date
activities.
Night. No, that's date night. It's like dinner and a movie. Do you consider the dinner and the movie 2 dates?
Well, no, but
It's
that's
the
like
same shit.
but that's like a combo meal. You know what I'm saying?
It's a number 6.
Yeah, it's a number 6 with a Coke. You know, it's not just the burger and it's
Okay.
not just the fries. It's the whole combo meal.
Okay.
But 2 separate dates, I would consider.
How-
2
how-
different dates.
Okay, never mind. Wait, how far away was this fucking haunted house?
So this haunted
Like
house,
minutes distance.
35 minutes.
35
Yeah,
minutes?
maybe 40, something like that. 30, anywhere from the 30 to 45 minute range.
I would have been like, and try to ask for gas money or some shit. I don't know.
So here's the funny part. I drove
a Camry though, so it's reason.
see, I had a shitty ass little 1999 Honda Accord.
And she trusted that to go 35 minutes.
We both did, I guess.
Wow.
So we're driving.
Ignorance is bliss.
We're trying to go, and of course, I'm not going to use GPS. I know where the fuck I'm going.
Do you, though?
No.
So, we probably think she's going to fucking kill her.
We stop in this little town to get gas because I'm not fully loaded on gas.
Did she offer to pay it?
So she did. But, being the gentleman.
Okay.
We were talking about how, the first couple months you got to be that gentlemanly, politically correct. So that I was in that zone. So she says, "Oh, can I?"
And that's where they get the most off you, right there.
That's what I'm saying.
That's where you go most bankrupt.
You're going bank. So we stop in this town that I have no fucking idea what it is. I know it's kind of close to our destination, but we stop in this town before we get there so I could get gas.
Okay.
Sketchy ass town, by the way. Well, we go in, get our stuff, get our gas, and we're leaving.
Is the gas station like rundown?
Oh yeah.
Is there a little like glass-proof window on the?
Yeah,
thing?
It was like one of those little creepy old guys with like the twitch in their eye.
Oh
and they,
yeah.
It had
the secret like underground killers.
Yeah, the real like southern accent type guy. Like, y'all kids better get out of here. That type of guy.
So the classic sketchy town type feel. Okay.
So
makes sense.
We're leaving this town and we're getting on the highway. And I hear something crash. Like, it sounded like something just blew up, like a fucking nuke. Well, that nuke was my fucking engine. So I fucking pull off, and I'm getting out of this, out of my car, and here goes into some more manly stuff. You got to know everything about your car.
Oh my god, that is where I fall short. I don't know shit about my car.
And in fact, neither did I. So So you're
just like playing around with like, oh, I think this is the reverberator.
Yeah. So
is that anything in a car?
I yell out to her. I'm out and standing in front of my car, and I go, "Oh, can you grab my pocket wrench that's in the back?"
Did you have a pocket wrench?
I had a pocket wrench. She gave it to me.
Was she still in the car?
Still in the car.
Okay,
of course,
so
I
you're
walked
just making
over.
fake movements.
Oh yeah, okay. I kind of do the little look over the hood thing.
Yeah,
so I'm like, this is what I'm doing.
Total manly move. Okay.
And I'm even like, I literally grab it by the side. So I don't know if you guys.
Like take off your shirt.
Yeah, like
this might get messy.
Like the socket wrench. You know how you grab it and like you pull one way, and then when you pull it, it clicks, right? It goes.
No, I've never used a wrench before.
It sounds like
actually, I don't really know what a socket wrench is.
Well, so it sounds like a ratchet strap. You know what that? It like the. It makes
that
little crunchy noise.
That nice little noise.
Yeah, so it's a little
good noise wrench.
Yeah,
that's what I'll call
it's like if you were gonna take tires off or the little bolts off your tires.
Okay.
Anyway, so you click it up and it tightens it or loosens it, and then you pull it back down or up, and it makes like a little
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
So I really had no idea what I was doing to my car.
Okay.
So I just wanted to sound like I knew what I was doing, so I grabbed it and I just made the noise, so it sounded like I was doing stuff.
Yeah, so
I didn't even put it on anything.
She's just fully mesmerized in your little illusion.
Yeah, and I even tore off a little piece of my shirt. So it looked like I had like been down digging down my arm, and I even got some little oil on the shirt, and I was like,
dude,
I wiped it on my head. I was like, oh man.
I tried everything. I even checked out the Carbo Turbo Max 3000.
You know what's funny? She knew nothing about cars either.
That's
so I walked up to the window.
That's why I can never date a car girl.
And she's like, so what's going on? And I was like, well, the engine pipes are real busted right now. I was like, I guess I just gave her too much and she couldn't handle it. So
that's a good line too. You never want to say you neglected it. You'd be like, oh, I was supposed to get this repaired. No, you would be like, I've been doing too much revving of the engines. I've been fucking drag racing.
Right. You can't say that you needed to do it before because then you look unreliable.
Yeah,
you look like you can't get shit done.
You look lazy. There's a whole lot of red flags that come with that.
Exactly. So anyway,
as well as
I'm talking to her, and there was this little hill behind me, and I hear this little fucking I don't know what the fuck it was. It was not a snake. It was a fucking what are those called?
I'm terrified of snakes.
A possum. That's what it was. So a possum.
Okay.
They kind of chill out on the highway and stuff. And I'm on like a little oncoming ramp, so I'm not even to the highway.
You shouldn't really be too scared of a possum.
Shouldn't be, but I hear fucking a little scary ass little thing. I trip and fall down the hill.
How big was the hill?
It was a medium-sized hill, I'd say.
So she's looking at you like a dumbass. You got oil on your shirt.
I got oil on my shirt. I'm crawling back up. I got sticks in my hair, leaves and shit. So this date is going horrible. First date going bad.
I think it's going pretty well. It's pretty memorable.
Well, it was memorable. Yeah. Now
she probably has a podcast talking about. So I went on a date with this guy. The best first impression ever.
So funny enough, of course, my family lived. She lived about 45 minutes away already. So I was like, well, fuck. I guess I'm not calling my family to come help me out.
And you didn't have AAA?
I didn't have AAA.
Okay.
Always get AAA or some other car stuff that I don't know about.
By them, by the way.
Not sponsored. But if you want to sponsor us.
Yeah,
so anyway,
that would be great.
So we were like, well, fuck it. We're going to call her family. And I was like, no.
Because then her dad comes out and be like, you know, your car was actually...
And that's what I'm saying. So I was like, no. I was like, we
absolutely not. That's the last resort. I'd rather cut my own fucking arm off.
Yep. And we actually had this police officer come up. He's like, hey, what's going on? I was like, I got it taken care of, sir. Because I'm not going to look like a bitch to the police officer.
Oh, my God.
I was like, you know what? I was like...
then you look stubborn. That's a red flag.
No, I don't think so. I think it could be considered manly. Because then
if you're like neglecting, like when you're obviously stranded... I don't know. I feel like at that point, like you might want to sacrifice your pride. That's actually a good question, though. After you already wave off calling her dad, because the police officer just happens to come up,
right?
So that's circumstance. So you're not like asking for his help, but you're not like you're like, no, I got it.
Yeah.
I feel like the going with the police officer would have been.
I feel like that would have been, and here's why it was a good move to have gone with him because. Well, we ended up calling her dad. And that, let me tell you, they pulled up embarrassing. Oh, very. Because, he comes up and tries to fix it. He says, oh, this is what was actually wrong. And, she's kind of giving me this look like, well, he said it was this.
Oh,
and I was like, shit.
How dare she remember the problem? That's why you don't tell him.
Yep.
That's why
you don't tell him the problem. You just say, something's...
But then you don't look as manly.
Yeah, I know.
But fuck.
So it was just a bad circumstance.
You should have been like, silly woman. I didn't.
So
I knew it was.
She tells him what it is, and I'm like, I was like, I'm not sure if that's exactly how I worded it. Something along those lines.
Okay, yeah, there you go.
And the guy, I gotta give him respect where respect is due.
Okay.
Didn't say anything about it. He just says, well, it's actually this, but it's not going to be fixable right now because this was also 9:00 at night.
Perfect.
So
that's good. So if it was a quick fix, then you'd look stupid.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Exactly. So I was like, well, shit, okay. So we're at towards the end of our night, and he's like, well, you can come with us. We can come back, and you can have some drinks with us. He offered me drinks, so I think, I made a good impression on them at least.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
But I was like, no.
Now it gets to the part where it's like, now what do I drink? Do I ask for a Shirley Temple? Mm-hmm. Like, what's going on?
Yeah,
here?
Exactly. Like, do I have to look classy, or do I roll with the classic Bud Light?
Do you tell him, oh, Fireball, please? Like,
Fireball, or just the classic Bud Light. So, at this point, I'm just like...
Now, this is another big game changer right here.
It's been a long night.
Okay.
So I refuse to come. I say, thank you, I appreciate it, but I'm going to fix my car and I'm going to head on home.
So how do you fix your car?
I didn't. I call Uber.
So you just left your fucking car there?
The car was left there, and I went back and... So here's the thing.
Well, that's a good move. You can set up for the second date.
So it did...
Your car's already fucking there anyway.
It did run. However, it could only go a maximum of 10 miles per hour. Now, when I tell you, the next day, I took Uber all the way back to my car and drove 10 miles an hour for 40 minutes. That's exactly what I fucking did.
Wait, but if it was a 35-minute drive, like...
At 60 miles an hour.
Yeah, was it like a 3-hour drive back?
It took me 3.5 hours to get home.
Holy shit.
And I had people honking, fucking.
That happened to me one time. Actually, are you done your story?
It's over.
Oh my god.
It was just a shitty
That
day.
reminds me of a funny situation, actually. So this is when I had an apartment with my old friend Brandon, who's actually a bitch, by the way. So if you're listening to this, fuck you.
Yeah, fuck you, Brandon.
Completely fucked me over. So I had a Camry. It was a nice little Camry. It was 2014. And that thing was my baby, bro. I had a Sudowoodo action figure, like, glued to the...
Sudowoodo?
Sudowoodo. Do you not watch Pokemon?
No.
Oh my fucking god.
Is that manly to watch Pokemon?
It's not manly.
Yes, it is.
See, we've got celebrity input.
Hold on a second. That's a completely different topic, and I'll go about that in a little bit. But anyway, that car was my baby, and I was making a late night trip to Walmart because I needed something, and the way this like the apartments were like kind of like hidden away. So, like, you needed to go through this, like, little, like, swirly ramp to even get on the highway. Mm-hmm. And there's a giant fucking pothole that I've been avoiding for, like, a month or two. And then I guess I just completely forgot about it. So I'm, like, I'm playing Pokemon Go on my, like, while I'm driving.
While driving?
Yeah, I'm trying to catch this fucking Pokemon. And I just hear, and I'm like, oh, shit. So I'm like, oh, I'm fine. I'm not fine. So I'm like driving, and I'm like flooring the fucking, I'm like, God, like, why am I going so slow? Like, dude, cars are going like 50 miles an hour passing me. And I'm like, fuck, like, what is going on? I'm going slow as shit. Like, I was like, man, that's the Camry's acceleration right there. Like, it just sucks. So after I'm like really starting to slow the fuck down, I start to see the little tire pressure thing. And I'm like, oh shit!
You fucked up something.
Yeah. So I'm like, all right, I think I have a hole in my tire. Yeah. Luckily, I had a spare.
Ooh. Always keep a spare.
However, I didn't actually have a spare. So like, it came with my car, but it was one of those things where you can only go like 10 miles an hour on, or it's gonna like explode. It was a donut. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about? Like
the little tiny ones.
The tiny one, right?
Fucking weird looking.
So I pull in
the inbred of tires.
Exactly. So I pull into this. What is it called? Best Show or something. It was something. It's something.
Some like automobile place.
No. It's like a gaming place back in Jacksonville. It's I can't remember. It's Best Time. I don't know what the fuck it's called.
Yeah.
If Best Time or whatever it is was watching this, I'm sorry. I don't remember the name. But I pull into it, and I'm like, I could have sworn I knew how to fucking change a tire. So I'm like, I don't have a jack or anything like that. I have like the one that came with the car, like the little the little manual one that sucked.
Yeah, it's trash.
Sucked dick, dude. So I'm like just trying my fucking hardest to like to figure out how to get my tire off, and I get it off finally, and I get it off finally, and yeah, that's Sudowoodo. That's Sudowoodo.
That's such a
our guest speaker for another time is showing us a picture of Sudowoodo.
If you're listening, what's up? I'm Sober Jay. I won't be here today. I'll be here tomorrow. Maybe next week. Maybe next month. Stay tuned to find out.
Stay tuned. Yeah, stay tuned for the next episode of Man Cave Mondays.
Man Cave Mondays.
Exactly. We're hoping to have more guest stars. We're hoping that my homie Steph Curry decides to come in here.
Oh yeah, we'll definitely get Steph on the show.
Yeah,
so.
and maybe Seth too, his brother, if he wants to come out here too. I'd appreciate that. But anyway, what was I saying?
So you're jacking up this car, right?
I'm jacking up the car. Actually, I didn't even get the tire.
You're jacking off the car?
Yeah, I forget. I forget. My vision's a little hazy because I try to forget this because my man card almost got revoked. Oof. But I'm jacking up this car with the little fucking little wrench thing, and dude, I'm getting bro. I'm telling you, my biceps are at least 45 fucking inches around. Because this thing is impossible to fucking jack up because it's the factory made jack. It's shitty.
Yeah.
So
you got all the veins pumping and everything.
Exactly. So this guy comes up, very very nice guy. He's a black guy, and he's with his white girlfriend or wife or whatever. And he comes up to me. He's like, bro, and I'm there struggling, bro. I'm getting pissed off. I'm hitting the fucking concrete with the jack. And I'm just pissed, bro. Because I forgot what I wanted, but I think I wanted milk or something, or pancakes, or I don't remember what it was from Walmart.
Man, that's a long ass day just for some pancakes.
Honestly, bro. This is about an hour goes by, and I'm still trying to jack up this fucking car. And this guy comes up. He comes up, and he goes, he's very nice, very polite, and he goes, you good? And I was like, oh, yeah, the manly response. I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. I just got to change my tire. He's looking at me. He goes, do you need help changing your tire? And I'm like, no, I know how to change a tire.
Yeah, of course.
Why would
I know how to change
Why would I need help changing my tire? It doesn't make any sense. I'm a man, aren't I?
Yeah.
And he goes, here, let me help you change your tire. So I'm like, okay. What and my moment of humiliation actually turned into pride because he's trying to jack it up too, and he's like, oh, you need a better jack. So I'm like, oh yeah, of course, that's what I needed this whole time.
Yeah, it was the jack.
Exactly. So he goes, I think I have a jack in my car. Let me go get it. So I'm waiting a second. He's like, oh wait, I don't have a jack at all. I can go get one for you though.
Hold on. Let's pause there. This man doesn't have a jack in his car.
No, he doesn't have a jack in his car.
So it's pretty unmanly if you ask me. To be honest, I feel like
at least
there's always
having one jack is better than having no jack.
There's always certain items you have to keep in your car. I mean, regardless if you're going to need it or not.
Jumper cables, even though I don't know how to
jumper cables, car jack, and a fucking a tire. What's it fucking called? A tire iron.
A tire iron?
I
don't know what the fuck that is.
It's like the little L-shaped one with the fucking.
Are you talking about the little like there's like it's like it looks like a T. And then you you spin it around and stuff.
Yes.
I've seen that in movies. I just don't really know what to do with it.
You don't have that?
No. Well, I might have.
I feel like I have it.
I didn't adventure to my trunk very often.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Unless I was
my trunk was just my shithole. So.
Nah, dude, my car I kept it in pretty good condition for the most part. But sometimes I used to have 2 jobs, so I would dude, I'm telling you, that shit looked like a fucking animal shelter in there. That thing was. On days that I worked 6 or 7 days a week, I would work 13, 14 hours a day. Dude, I didn't give a fuck if there was a raccoon in that bitch. I was in it. I was driving and I didn't care. Mm-hmm. But anyway, back to the story. This guy, he gets me a jack and everything. He finishes. I'm going too far.
Yeah.
And while he goes to the Walmart that I was supposed to go to. He gets me a jack. And
did he at least pick up your pancakes? You should have just asked him.
Nah, because at that point I was not in the mood for pancakes. I was just pissed off. So while he's gone, these girls, because it's a gaming, it's a comedy show. There's bowling. It's a whole gaming, entertainment center.
It's kind of like a
Best Bet. It's no. That's not Best Bet.
It's kind of like a Dave and Buster's, right?
It's an adult. It's an adult Dave and Buster's basically.
It's a power play.
Yeah, it's just like that exactly. So these group of girls walk by. And I'm sitting there defeated, bro. I'm just sitting crisscross applesauce. My car's fucked, and I'm sweaty. I smell because I didn't expect to hang out with anyone, so I didn't take a shower. I was disgusting. And these girls come up to me, and they're like, "Oh, are you good?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm just waiting for someone to bring me a jack." They're like, "Oh, you didn't have a jack in your car?" They're judging me, and I'm like, "Listen here, bitch. I had one. It just wasn't good enough." And they're talking to me, and they're anyway, I was not in the mood. I was being kind of a dick, and they're like, "Well, good luck changing your tire," and walked away. And I was like, "Dude, that was the cherry on fucking top, bro."
That was the whipped cream.
I was so embarrassed, frustrated, and stinky that I was just done for the night. No pancakes or nothing.
Man.
I was completely done.
Well. Not sure what to say about that one. That sucks.
Yeah, that was definitely one of the most embarrassing moments of my life. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Those are the times that make you think back and you're like, wow, that fucking sucked.
Yeah, those are the times where you're like, wow, I actually fucking hated my life. Mm-hmm. And my life actually sucked because I just felt like a hog. I just felt like a sweaty, nasty human being that time, and it's just thinking back at it makes me want to go brush my teeth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
It was gross. Let me transition to this one. All right. So we have some questions from the viewers, and these are all manly objects. Dude, I saw a message. I saw a message, and it's from my. It said Brandon messaged me, and I was like, "Oh shit! Is it my old roommate?" But it's my old boss actually, who gave me the job at Orange Theory. So these are some questions from the viewers. We got a couple good ones.
So this part of the show is going to be called the Man Cave Minute. Now, obviously, it's not going to take a minute, but
I thought it was the Manly Minute.
Oh, the Manly Minute. That's what it was. The Manly Minute.
The Manly Minute.
So, now, this is the time of the show where, if you as the viewers can send us in questions, concerns, anything you want to know that we
relationship advice, anything
manly that we can provide, inform you about. That's what this is for. So
honest to God,
and we're gonna try to start getting in some live calls at some point. Yeah. It's gonna be good.
I mean, and we will work. If we don't know the answer, we will work tirelessly day and night to search for the epic quest of what the answer is.
Mm-hmm.
So let me start it off with something a little polarizing. All right.
Polarizing.
How do I shave my pubic hairs without making a mess? Now, this is from a viewer whose name isn't going to be disclosed.
Yeah, this is going to be anonymous.
It's going to be all anonymous. So, how do I shave my pubic hairs without making a mess? Now, Ed, I want to start you off with this one because you seem like, as a hairy man,
I am very hairy.
I'm not sure if the curtains match the drapes for you, but I assume that you know about shaving your pubes. So I want you to talk to me about that.
All right, so there's various ways people can do it, right? So now
I thought there was only one. Actually, no, go on.
So you can go on with many different ways. What? Some people just use scissors, I guess. I don't know.
I was going to say that.
I don't.
Is it too long to use? Is it too? Is it too long to use like a razor, or is it because if you use scissors you have a chance of like getting an ingrown hair, you could cut your dick off,
so that's funny you say that. Every time I try to use scissors, I'm scared as fuck that I'm gonna fucking
and you
cut off my dick,
and you're just shaving your pubes, like you're not like no balls or anything like that, right?
No, well, scissors, we're not talking about
that's
balls.
Dangerous territory right there. What if you cut off your ball sack?
Oh god, or like tear it open or something.
Yeah.
I don't even want to think about that.
So guys, if I think that's just like a manly law, I guess you would say. Just don't. You could shave your pubes with scissors, but you can't shave your balls with scissors. It's just too dangerous. You might need using a mirror, because then you're also gay too. Because if you use a mirror, you're just staring at your sack while you're carefully it's like surgery.
Whoa! Sober J over there says he uses scissors.
Over here, it says he uses scissors to. Do you shave your?
Is it for the balls?
Oh, let's get this guy into the session real quick. Let's call on our guest speaker for the Manly Minute. Sober J. Now it is under my understanding that you are using. Here, pull up a chair. Yeah, pull up a chair. It's under my understanding that you are shaving your sack with some scissors. Tell me a little bit more about that.
So first off, I want to say that I'm not necessarily shaving my sack with scissors. I'm trimming my sack with scissors.
Okay, so there is a difference.
No,
definitely a difference.
You're going against the grain, towards the grain, whatever you want to call it. But you're getting that nice low skin, bald, baby face thing.
You can't shave with scissors. That's impossible.
You can't, but here's the thing.
But you can trim with scissors.
You can trim. You can.
So gardeners don't shave their plants; they trim their plants. I trim my balls. Only because I don't use razors because I've been cut one too many times and I don't play the game. I stopped using clippers because that little pinch. And it's pinch too much.
I don't get the pinch.
I definitely get a pinch.
I don't get the pinch.
I get a pinch like Mr. Krabs. It's serious. So I trim.
I get a little tingle. I feel like
No. It grabs hold of your skin and it doesn't let go.
Yeah. See, I usually wait till the last minute to shave my pubes, so that hair is just dead. It's not clinging on to shit.
God.
So I got the old oak tree forest down there.
So there's definitely trimming is something different, obviously, because when you're going for it, you can't just have long ass fucking ball hair and then try to fucking trim that shit. Okay, you gotta trim it down a little. Now, would I use scissors for that? No. However, I
think it's actually against the laws of guys to use scissors to shave your ball sack.
So here's the thing.
To even trim your ball sack.
Well, so I wouldn't even use clippers on your ball sack. You have to. It's almost like, you know how you're getting a haircut and you're getting a fade, and you're not going all the way down to the skin. You're just like fading over the hair, right?
Yeah, but it's a difference.
Right. That's kind of what you do with your balls. You just kind of trim over it.
No, because then you have to then you're dangerously close to cutting your balls. You have to get a mirror, so then you're just looking at your cock and balls, and then your face is like somewhat in it. So it's a bad situation. It's a bad situation to put your balls in my opinion. And you got to protect your balls.
You got to protect your balls. They're like your brothers.
Yeah, exactly.
You are with them 100% of your life.
Now, you're a man. Now, what I do is, I use razors
on your balls.
Absolutely, electric razor. I don't
trimmers.
Put trimmers. You don't put the fucking shaving cream. Like, dude, that's so unnecessary.
No.
That's so unnecessary. Don't use shaving cream on your unless
I don't know. So here's my question, right? You seen like the porn videos? They got the smooth ass ball sack. How do you get that?
I've always wondered that.
I can't
because dude, they have like Hollywood ball sacks.
Yeah, it's like
Hollywood cock and ball treatment.
It is. It's the Hollywood of cock and balls.
You know,
it's all pampered, makeup done, everything.
I feel like they take it to someone special and they do it for them. They shave their.
Maybe it's
balls.
a waxing.
Now, waxing your balls is kind of gay. I wouldn't do that.
I don't know if I could do that. You know how painful that would be?
Yeah, I feel like that's just cock and ball torture right there.
Yeah.
That's classic cock and ball torture that I don't
if that's something y'all are into, that I guess maybe, but
I'm going to say that's a total man. That revokes your man card.
I think getting a waxing of any type is kind of gay.
Now I don't know, but is getting a mani-pedi gay? Like a pedicure and a manicure.
That's like with your nails, right?
A mani-pedi is I grew up with 4 sisters, so that's how I know this. A mani-pedi is just a combination of getting your nails and feet done. Is that gay?
Extremely.
Oh, that's interesting.
You a whole ass faggot.
Because I have been planning on doing it for the longest time, and I don't think it's gay to take care of your nails and to take care of your feet. They take the dead particles out. It's like, dude, it's like wearing cologne.
Yeah, that's like wearing cologne except you wear perfume.
No, it's not the same. Because you're taking care of your feet, you know, and you don't want to get athlete's foot. Athlete, that's pretty masculine.
It is to have it. Athlete's foot.
So you're saying it's a total manly move to have athlete's foot?
I think it is, man. It's gross.
Rather than avoid it. What is athlete's foot, by the way?
Athlete's foot, it's like it's when you get like a chafing or some sort of rash or something.
I thought it was when your foot is just really hot and stinky.
No. It's no. Athlete's foot is like a fungal disease. It's like something that it's like
that's what that gold bond's for,
like
right?
almost like chafing in your fucking between your toes and shit like that.
See, I don't think I've ever had athlete's foot. I've had a case of stink foot.
Stink foot is definitely that's
how do you get stink foot? Because I feel like sometimes like it's once every year or 2 years or something like that. It's very very seasonal, where your fucking shoes just start smelling like fucking BO, dog shit, cum, like just all types of shit combined.
I don't really know.
And the only way to cure it is to wash your feet like 4 times a day and then put baking powder in there.
That is true.
That or baking soda.
I used to get it real bad when I played football. That was a real problem. Was having nasty ass stinky feet.
Exactly, it's locker
stinky
room
feet
foot.
And stinky helmet hair. That was the worst.
I never had helmet hair.
Oh my god, my helmet would smell like fucking cat piss. I don't know why. But it smelled like dog. Every day, I would clean it. I would fucking spray some little fucking what's that shit called? Little Febreze in it and shit. Dog shit.
Okay, now we're getting off topic here.
You're right.
How do you shave without making a mess? Now let me share with you my experience and how basically I figured out the way to shave. All right. So obviously, if you're using an electric razor, you can't do it in the shower. Right? So, and also if you do it in the shower, you might clog the sink or the drain.
The drain.
So, and you can't do it in the toilet. So you might clog the toilet. You can't do it in the sink because that's fucking disgusting.
Debatable. You can do it in the toilet.
No, that's disgusting.
That's my method.
That's gross.
You know, you just kind of do the little squat, the little toga squat and fucking... So then it all catches in the toilet. You don't have to worry about a med. Maybe wipe off the lid or something.
No, well... So here's my way.
All right, let's hear it.
I do a little toga squat. I squat down a little bit.
Okay.
I take a trash can and I put it.
Okay. I like the method. Okay.
I take a trash can. I squat and I want to make sure that it's in between my cock and my asshole because I get a little taint action in there too. Yeah. So I squat and I just shave away. And then what I do is, you know how barbers they wipe your head a little bit? Yeah. I wipe my pubes and I just wipe it down in there like I'm taking bread off my fucking lap. Like I got crumbs or something, I'm taking the crumbs off. I take my pubes, I wipe it off into whatever parts doesn't fall in there. And then now gets the hard part, all right? Now it's time to shave your taint, right? You know what your taint is?
Yeah. Between your asshole and your
exactly,
your
and mine gets hairy, and that's when I felt a little sensation, a little tingle. That's where I feel it. So what I do is I lift up I lift up my ball sack. I scoop it up a little bit, and then what I do?
Well, ice cream method.
Oh, dude, when I tell you, I fucking spread my legs into like a fire, an earth bending formation, like position, and then I lift my sack up, and then I fucking shave my taint, and I get such a nice sensation from it's actually exhilarating.
So here's the thing: do you shave it all the way down to smooth, or do you leave a little bit of action there? Because so I'm talking. I'm not talking in terms of if you know you're not getting action. By all means, shave that bitch baby bald if you fucking want. But if you know
you're thinking right. Now you're thinking
getting
right
action that night.
You don't want them to think you have a baby dick.
Exactly.
Especially if you're like if you're like me, where like you're a grower and not a shower. Like you can't be like, because what if you're not hard and they're like they're trying to suck on your 2-incher and you're like, oh shit, like, well, like, hold on.
Now it looks real small.
Now you look like a man who never grew.
Yeah.
Which I mean,
never hit puberty.
So if you're not planning on having sex for like the next like week or two, shave it bald. But me personally, just to be safe, because I never know about my random encounters, what I do is I shave it to where it looks like I don't shave it, where it looks like it's just natural, like a clean trim, but not too clean. Like you don't want to have patterns on it. You don't want to have little fancy a design. J. Like you don't want to have any like a Z. Nothing.
I don't know. I could get a little DE action in there and be like, hey, check out Lil Dill. You know what I'm saying?
Put your initials on your pubes. Now is that a Chad move or is that a virgin move?
That's a Chad move for sure.
For sure. We're gonna have to ask the fans about this one. Let us know. Let us know. Also, we talked about 2-inchers, which also leads us to our next question from our anonymous viewer. It's a 2-part question. When is my body part supposed to start growing, and am I going to be a 2-incher all my life? So
hey, we're all there, brother. It happens.
We're with you on that one, Brett. We're with you on that one. So let me start with this. Right?
Unless there's some ladies listening to this, then it's not a 2-incher.
Yeah, of course it's.
But if it's just us men, you already know what the fuck it is.
Well, actually, hold on. Is it? I think it's a bad move to tell your girl or whoever your partner is that you're going to be getting with that your penis is bigger than it actually is, because then it's a letdown.
Then it's a letdown.
So I always tell everyone that it's like 1 inch. So when they pull off my pants and see it's 1.5 inches, they're like, oh.
Well, I feel like that's anybody's gonna say that if you're not a fucking douchebag, you know, like the big truck fucking riders.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
The guys that fucking rev their engines.
Yeah,
and shit.
Exactly. I'm saying any normal guy is gonna make fun of themselves and say, "Oh, I've got 1 inch, 2 inches."
Oh,
because if you say, "Oh, well, I've got a fucking schlong," okay,
now,
we already automatically know.
Yeah, now we automatically know, 1, you're a douchebag, and 2, you're just not a bro. If you because then it looks like you're trying to show out. And bros, guys, this is very important. Bros don't try to flex on other bros, especially in front of other girls.
Oh, definitely not. Especially not in front of their girls.
Especially not in front of if they're talking. If you're like, that is important. That is important. If you're gonna be a guy and you're around your friend and his girlfriend and he makes a small dick joke, don't be like, oh yeah, I got an 8-inch dick. Yeah, you're a fucking piece of shit.
Then you're a piece of shit.
Yeah, then first off, not only you're a piece of shit, because like I've seen a lot of people cheat on their significant others. First off, cheating is a total fucking bitch move.
Yeah,
if you do
cheat,
that,
fuck you.
That is a bad. Men do not fucking cheat. Men have character.
Because then you're not a man. You are not allowed on this podcast.
Yeah, you're a fucking boy. Don't listen to this podcast if you just cheat on your significant other, because that's such a shitty thing to do to someone. Anyway, what was I saying? I got super off track. That was all jokes aside. That is a real topic.
That is a very
don't cheat on your fucking
real topic.
Don't cheat on your significant other, because that fucks people up for life. And we're trying to influence a generation for change.
So let's go back to the question. All right. So when are you supposed to grow? Now
some people grow when they're like 8 or 9. Mm-hmm. Some people grow when they're like 17.
Now
some people grow when they're so apparently guys. Sorry to cut you off. No. Apparently guys aren't finished growing until like late 25, 26.
So here's the problem. I don't know how old you are, but if you're in your 30s or 40s and you still got a little 2-incher, you might look into
penis enlargement.
Penis enlargement.
Or if you want to look always ready, fucking Viagra, bro.
Viagra always works.
Yeah, because then they're like, you pull down your pants and you're just fucking ready to work it, bro. Now, so I mean, there's a couple different options. Your stimulus check could go to dick enlargement surgery. I'm not sure how safe it is. I'm not sure how rewarding it is.
I haven't looked at any of the reviews of it.
Now, I've looked at a couple reviews. You won't be a man if you won't admit that you've looked into dick enlargement. And
I've looked into it, but I don't think I've gotten any reviews.
Mild research into being like, you know what is it exactly? How much does it cost? And
Is it a necessity?
Is it a necessity? Does it work? Apparently, from what I remember, there's a lot of risks involved with it. So I wouldn't. All right, let me just revert. Let me just throw out the whole question. Let me tell you something. Take pride in your cock.
Yeah.
Take pride, because let me tell you something, bro. When that thing is working and when that thing is going smooth, you fucking gotta give it to him, bro. Now, I've met girls I've done interviews, who have told me that, and this was in the lunchroom cafeteria. So this isn't my sexual partners that I've asked, but I have asked some sexual partners. It's the motion of the ocean, bro. Dude, if you go 3 inches in and you're hitting that shit right, bro. I'm telling you, that shit will work.
I'm telling you, it's not about size; it's about technique.
It's all about the technique, bro. It's the thing. Think of it like this: if you guys play fighting games, there's button mashing, which will sometimes get you a win. You know, button mashing, or there's like tactically using your blocks. You're using your guard breaks, things like that, and that's what really wins games most of the time, right? So you can button mash and just shove your fucking 20-inch dick in her.
Anybody can mash it in there.
Yeah,
but it's about technique, being smooth.
Yeah, you need to pull off combos. You need to pull off combo breakers. I mean, literally, you need to. It's a game of chess and not checkers. So that's it. So, what do you think? Another question or two?
Yeah, let's get another question in there. But
right.
that was an excellent question.
That was an excellent question.
The main point about that: take pride in your cock. All right.
Take pride in your cock. Here's how about we transition to this one?
All right, let's see it.
This one should be pretty quick actually, because this isn't really even a question. Is it bad when I piss in the bathtub whenever I shower?
Now, this should be a very quick question and quick answer. But before we get into the answer, well, it's not really a question. You're not a man if you don't piss in the shower. I'm just saying. Everybody pisses in the shower.
I mean, that's basically a non-question, because I actually enjoy pissing in the shower, because that is the moment of freedom. Like, unless you're like outside, like pissing in the woods, that is the moment of freedom where you can just turn your fucking torso and just piss everywhere. And the shower will wash out the remains of the bad accuracy, bro. In fact, I'll even go further to say, if you piss in the shower and you aim for the hole, you're a fucking psychopath. You're actually a psychopath.
I will agree, because that freedom, if you're given that amount of freedom, you got to do with what you will with that. Because
exactly.
You can take the shower head, clean off everything. You can piss all over the fucking ceiling.
Dude, sometimes I piss on the walls. My roommates, I'll piss on their water bottle or their shower bottles. What is it, shampoo? I don't give a fuck. It's free. It is free terrain, domain.
Free entertainment.
In that shower. So that I mean, to answer it simply, no, it's not weird.
And I can already tell you it's not weird, because if you've ever seen Jimmy Neutron, the movie, Sheen was pissing in the shower for what, like 20 minutes? That man was going off. So I'm just saying.
I don't even remember that one.
He goes, I'm peeing in the shower. And then it was like 20 minutes later, he's like, I'm still doing it.
Yeah, so that guy obviously had no shame in that.
Hey, no shame, Sheen.
No shame, Sheen. Good guy. How about we bring in our last question here?
All right.
This one, my team leader is calling me right now. Sergeant, I'm gonna have to give you a call back because we're in the middle of the show. So how about, here's what we should do. What contact sport is? Actually, no. Let's.
All right. Very interesting questions, actually.
How about we do the apparel one? I feel like that one.
Okay.
So What clothing apparel would be the most effective at getting a bitch? Is what this says. So, what clothing apparel? So let's break this down. All right, this is all actually, in my opinion, this is very, very specific on the type of girl, what location you're in.
Oh, definitely.
And
what's the circumstance?
What's and how you look in those clothes. All right. So and circumstance too, right? So for example, like me, I'm from Florida, Jacksonville, Florida, born and raised. Fucking love that place, but I also hate it. Florida people dress like skaters. They dress like surfers. They dress like almost like frat kid kind of ish. Yeah. So that's what usually works in Florida, right? Now, if you're going to fucking
if you're from where I'm from, which is Kansas,
speak to that.
Those girls. Now, Kansas is kind of weird, right? We've got all sorts of different people, but the main, when you think of Kansas, it's going to be kind of the country apparel. So if you got blue jeans and boots and a cowboy
fucking
hat,
North Face
jacket, you can go
to Gander Mountain.
You could do whatever the fuck you want there.
Yeah,
but I mean, those girls rev up for the country. They turn into a fucking tsunami. For country boys.
So it's all about the type of person, right? Mm-hmm. So there's actually this girl who was interested in me. I actually met her at the town center back in Florida, and I was wearing an outfit I don't normally wear, right? And it was more of a laid back kind of outfit. I think it was like a flannel or something like that, and I don't really wear flannels very much. And she loved flannels. In fact, when I went on our first date, she said, "Why are you dressed like that?" I literally was in like my normal fucking attire, and I knew right then whatever I did was obviously like diminished, because she thought I was like some fucking lumberjack when I'm the skater like that. So you got to play your audience. And figure out what they like. You got to do some profiling.
But
right?
You also can't wear something that you just look like. Me, I'm not gonna look good if I'm wearing fucking surfer clothes.
Yeah,
I'm not a surfer.
So Ed would look stupid in my clothes. I'm not gonna lie, and I would look stupid in Ed's clothes. Mm-hmm. So that brings me to what I was gonna say again. So you gotta own your outfit, in my opinion, and look and be comfortable with it. Right, so if you hate wearing a suit and tie, and all your friends are wearing suit and ties because they like wearing suit and ties, you're gonna look stupid in your suit and tie, because your presence, that you have a presence that makes you more attractive. It's like a some type of like effect, right? It might not, it might not be in like the statistics, but your presence comes from comfortability and confidence. And if you're not confident in your outfit and how you look in those clothes, then you're not going to get any woman.
Exactly.
Right? So it's a whole combination of things. Personally, in an ideal situation, and you can talk about your ideal situation, my ideal situation is I'm wearing like a witty kind of like long sleeve t-shirt, like something that has like a bunch of flags on the sides. I'm wearing like joggers with either like some nice cool Nikes, Adidas, Jordans, whatever it is that goes with it, and you're matching, you know, and you go up to a girl that obviously appreciates that type of clothing. You go up to an edgy kind of girl, a girl that watches anime. She might like that type of thing. Or you go up to like girls who are privileged. If girls are privileged and guys are wearing fucking vineyard vines around them, then you might actually be able to, like, because you're different. You seem different. You talk about yours, Ed.
So basically, my attire, if any of you have seen me, I wear clothes because, really any clothes, because I don't give a fuck.
He's wearing a Coca-Cola shirt right now.
Coca-Cola and fucking sporty shorts,
Yes.
Now, if I were to go out on a date
That's
to
the
look
Edmonds
nice,
look.
My nice look, I'm not going to wear a suit and tie. I'm not going to fucking wear a polo shirt. No, that's not me. I'm going to wear either it depends, right? So I like to either wear a long sleeve, maybe black t-shirt or something, something.
I like black.
A long sleeve, like kind of sporty shirt with, what are they called? Cargo shorts? Something like that.
You wear cargo shorts?
Oh, fuck yeah, I do. Cargo shorts
I've never seen you wear cargo shorts.
Or maybe, what are they called? Khaki shorts. khaki shorts. Yeah.
No, there's no such thing as khaki shorts.
Well, whatever the fuck they're called, you know.
Okay.
Those type of fashion, right?
Maybe some jorts.
So
jean shorts.
Yeah, no jean shorts, no jorts for me. But you wear the look that looks comfortable, looks casual, but still gives off a nice presence. Now, I'm not gonna go in looking like a bum because then she'll think I'm a bum.
Yeah, exactly.
But I'm not gonna make myself uncomfortable by wearing a fucking tuxedo. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So either that, or I'm gonna wear a V-neck T-shirt with jeans, some sports shoes. You know what I'm saying? So it's the
classic
in between
casual type.
It is. It's casual, but it's still comfortable. So that's more the look I go for. But like you said, sometimes you got to go for the audience, but never make yourself uncomfortable for that audience.
Yeah, I mean that is basically the trick on how to do it. Now that we'll probably talk later, in future episodes about how to be more confident, how to do this and that, how to make yourself look way better than you actually are. Because dude, let me tell you, I do that trick more than anyone in the book. I will literally manipulate someone into thinking I am like the fucking a 10 out of 10 with fucking
king of the crop.
King of the crop, like I'm fucking corn, and I'm actually a 1 out of 10. So like you just gotta manipulate sometimes. You gotta be an illusion. But that wraps up the Manly Minute. So obviously we need to set up a hotline.
We'll get a hotline set out.
Maybe like a some type of place for people to send us more messages.
Yeah, we'll get some sort of way that you guys can interact with us, and we'd like to ask you questions while we're on the show as well. Get your feedback and just see what you guys have to say on some of our topics. We'd love to hear from you guys.
What you like, what you don't like. Now, if you guys don't want to do anonymous, maybe we can set up a Twitter where you guys can kind of like talk to us about, you guys can send us messages, this and that. We won't display your name on the screen unless you want us to for some clout. And we can kind of figure out what exactly we can talk about in future broadcasts. Mm-hmm. But the Manly Minute, definitely, I want to keep the questions going because people have questions.
We've got answers,
and we have the answers. I want to talk about one more thing before we actually end this podcast, and this is something pretty controversial, just like most of our topics so far. I'm not really sure how to put this. Okay. When you are having sex, do you take off all articles of clothing, or do you leave your socks on? The shirt on? Do you just, are you in the moment? Do you take the pants, like do you just pull them down and not actually fully take them off?
That's a great question, because that is very circumstantial as well. Now you got to see what maybe your partner likes too, because sometimes you're just in the heat of the moment and you forget to take your socks off. Now, does that make it weird? No.
I think it's actually unnecessary.
Yeah, I don't think you necessarily have to take your socks off.
However, you're right, it is circumstantial, because I forgot the one. Dude, how could we forget the one factor? Is it hardwood or is it carpet? Because when you're trying to thrust and you're trying to get footing and you're slipping and sliding all over the carpet, then you might shock them because you're just creating electricity. What I think is,
if it's hardwood, then it is definitely necessary to take off your socks.
Yeah, exactly.
Because then you're going to be slipping and sliding like a fucking...
Exactly. You're going to be like, whoa! So personally, I'm making an effort to always take off my socks because I need the most traction possible for a power play. Right? If I need to lift them up, if I need to change positions, and I'm worried about keeping my footing, how can I focus on the position and what I need to change to if I'm worried about my fucking socks?
Yeah, you can't worry about all these little extra things that are going on when you're in the fucking heat of the moment. You're thinking about one thing and one thing only, and that's fucking getting the mission completed.
Exactly. So which is why we need to talk about this now. So we need to plan for this.
Right.
We need to plan now. Every man. I want you guys to take a minute, all right, and we'll be silent for a minute too, and plan on and what you like, all right. Are you too when you have sex? Are you too focused on the moment? Because if so, then you're gonna need to not wear socks to that date, right? You're gonna need to wear like paper towels in your shoes or something. I don't fucking know.
You might be like Kevin from The Office and just wear the tissue boxes.
Or if you're too calculated, or if you're very calculated, you can wear the socks. You can risk wearing the socks, and you'll always remember to take them off. Mm-hmm. Personally, I'm a calculated type. I'm thinking 3 moves ahead when I'm having sex. I'm thinking about...
It's like a game of chess.
Exactly. And I'm thinking about, am I going to kick them out right after? Am I going to date this person? So do I call them a bitch on the first... Do I slap them? Like what? I'm thinking about all types of shit all encompassed into one. Mm-hmm. Right? So let's take a second. All right, now that you've thought about it, you can now fully be equipped and prepared for your next endeavor in the bedroom. All right, and if that's it, then I think that's going to conclude our podcast. This is episode 1. Let us know, if you liked it or not. You should be sure to, stay tuned for
send in some questions.
Yeah.
Anything that you have a question about, or we love to hear feedback about what we've talked about today and some of your ideas and opinions on.
Yeah. Let us know how we can help best keep our men accountable, manly, and motivated to being better human beings and better men. Mm-hmm. So be sure to stay tuned for
next episode.
Yeah.
And this has been Man Cave Monday. We'll see you.
See ya.